What typically prompts the need of a red team is sometimes after a breach has already happened, like I mentioned, and that's generally going to be too late in terms of trying to identify if your incident response procedures were effective, your security controls for your network architecture. But if you want to test the remediation efforts that were done post-breach, a red team is a really good solution for that too. If you have board meetings where you have to prove to the board whether you can detect and respond against a real threat actor and like how effective all the money that you've invested into your network architecture, your people, your process, and your technology, generally a red team is really good when it comes to answering the question if you can really prove to be able to detect and respond and contain a real threat actor, which a red team will replicate. If you've been doing regular penetration testing every single year, which a lot of people do for compliance or even just for better security, if you want to take it to that next level and you want to add, if your team can do real-time detection and response scenarios to see how they can combat real, tools, tactics, and procedures that are actually taken from real threat actors, that's another really good reason that would prompt actually doing a red team as well. Some of the top 3 benefits of a red team is one, going back to that question, is can I really detect an actual sophisticated threat actor attacking my network? And this is going to be a modern day threat actor, like a nation state threat actor, because again, all of our TTPs, those tool, tactics, and procedures, are taken from what we see on the front lines in our incident response procedures. So that's going to be really important to understand. So that's going to be one of the biggest benefits. The second one's going to be identifying gaps and misconfigurations in your existing network architecture, but also being able to determine if your security operations center or your security team can detect and respond against those threat actors. And then finally, if they are or are not able to detect and respond against those threat actors, you may not have a way or method to go from an event to an incident. Do you have an incident response plan? These are the sort of questions that are answered whenever you're going through a real incident or a real attack. So it's really important to actually exercise and go through this scenario first, again, before getting breached. We always say it's better to receive a report than become a headline, because the repercussions of becoming a headline are tremendous. These are millions of dollars, it's brand reputation. You can't truly afford to go through a breach, honestly, as opposed to paying what it costs to go through a red team. So it's extremely important to be proactive in nature in terms of reactive in that regard.